Well, good afternoon, First Baptist Church. Welcome to the Monday blog. We've been going through the book of James, and today we're in the end of James chapter 4. So let me share my screen. First thing I want to talk about is where it says, you who say. So who is it that's saying this? Now, not all of us, obviously, but some of us are saying these things. And what is it they're saying? Today or tomorrow, we'll go into such a town and spend a year there and trade and make profit. It's talking about business. We often think about business. That's the first question that we ask somebody when we ask them, what do you do? We want to know what their profession is. That's kind of our purpose in life. But God is saying that's not necessarily our purpose. That's a byproduct of our purpose. Let's move on. Yet you do not know what tomorrow will bring. We have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow. We might think we do. We might think we're going to be successful in business. We might think we're going to be successful in life. But in reality, we have no idea what could happen. I mean, the stock market could crash in a second. A house could burn down. There could be all kinds of things that could happen to us that would control the way that we live this life and the way we make profit and the way that we have security. Because ultimately, there is no security in anything other than Christ. It says this, what is your life? For you are a mist that appears for a little time and then vanishes. You know what a mist is? It's like this and then it's gone, and that's your life. I mean, we may live 80 years, but in comparison to eternity, that 80 years isn't even on this timeline of eternity. But what should we do? You see, instead of that, you ought to say, if the Lord wills. Because who's been there for all of eternity? Who knows everything at all time for everybody? And that's God. He knows you better than you know yourself. And if we're saying it was your will, I'm going to do what you want me to do, God. Now he might want us to go make profit. And he might want us to go trade. And he might want us to do all these things that help us make money. But ultimately, it's about his glory. And is that our focus in life? You see, we will live and do this or that. There is nothing that we do that God has not orchestrated. And it goes on even further. It says, all such boasting. When we try to say we know what's going to happen next in our life, it's like boasting. And then it says this, it says it is evil. Do you ever think of boasting as evil? I mean, especially when you're talking about the things that you're going to do in your trade and your profit. I don't know if we really think that way. But it is. It's because we're trusting in our own self. We're making ourselves the God of our own life instead of giving it to God and letting Christ work in our hearts so that he can direct our path and give us purpose. It says, so whoever knows the right thing to do and fails to do it, for him it is sin. If we have Christ, we know the right thing to do. And if we don't do it, it's sin. I don't know if we often think about that. I often think we got choices, but when we make the wrong choice, it's more than that. It's bigger than that. We're sinning against God. And he wants us to lean into him and to pray to him and understand what his purpose is, not what our purpose is for our own life. And ultimately, when we're leaning into him, his purpose becomes our purpose, and the two gel, and we have this sanctification process as we learn to be more and more like Christ. So thank you for tuning in today. I hope you had a great day, and I'll see you guys next week. Talk to you later.